So it's day 5 of our 5-day split, and today we're training shoulders. We're going to do 4 exercises to build bigger and stronger shoulders. But first thing we need to do whenever we're doing shoulders is warm up our shoulders. Just get them into a bit of a better shape. As they would say, put some lube into them, get them moving a little bit free. So when we're lifting, it's a lot easier. Also, this first shoulder exercise, the external rotation, which we'll put on the screen now, you'll see I'm just moving inwards and outwards, and that's it. It's not very complex. This simple little movement will make your shoulders bulletproof. It'll also make your lifting easier. It'll get rid of any pain that you're probably suffering in your shoulder. And the best thing all, it makes your arms look 10 times better, because when you do that external rotation movement, you build that little bit of roundedness just around here, which can make all the difference to the look of your arms, especially when you got your t-shirt off, right? So this external rotation movement, I'd definitely do it. I wouldn't leave it out. If you take anything from today's routine, this is the movement you want to take. Forget the rest of them. This one little movement will help build that nice look around your shoulders. It'll help with your chest lifting. It'll help with your back lifting. It just will improve the stability and the strength around your shoulders. So you want to do this. I'm doing 3 sets of 18. You can do 5 sets of 18. You can use a resistance band. Just bringing out the resistance band like this. You could do that. That's really good. One thing you want to do is bring your shoulder blades a little bit back. Bring that chest a little bit forward. And really work those external rotations. Even now when I'm doing it without a band, I can feel how good it feels on my shoulders, and I can feel my shoulder blades coming together. I can feel all those muscles firing, because if your shoulder blades come forward, you get that impingement. And when you're pressing like this, you get that pain in your shoulders. So what you want to do is bring your shoulders back. Obviously, when you're sitting, you want to sit up nice and right. You want to bring your shoulders back, and you want to bring your shoulder blades together. That opens up the joint, so you're not getting any impingement on your movements, on your pressing. So this is the number 1 exercise I would start with if I'm doing shoulders. Also, you can do this on a back day, chest day, shoulder day, whatever day you want. You can even do this exercise on a leg day. There's not going to be any harm in doing this exercise. Could you potentially overtrain this muscle? I don't think so. I think it's quite a nice exercise to do, because we're not going really heavy and we're doing it light. It's a great exercise to throw in. So this is the first exercise. Then we'll jump on to the second exercise, the Arnold Press. Oh my days, what an awesome exercise. Now some people, when they do the Arnold Press, they come out and then they go up. They come down and then they come in. They go out and they go up. I'm not doing that. I'm just pressing from here. Just creating a twist motion and just pushing straight up. Now some people will say that's wrong. Someone was critiquing my bench press, and I was like, yeah, right. With the YouTube name they had, I was like, madness. But anyway, so I like doing the Arnold Press just straight up. I don't like taking it out there and then bringing it up. If I was to do that, it would work, and it's another way of doing it, and maybe I might do it one day, but I just like pressing straight up and getting that press movement in. Some people do the external rotation. If you want to do it that way, you can do, but the Arnold Press is a great exercise for building the front of your shoulders. So on the first exercise, we're hitting the front. We do 3 sets, and that's pretty much it. Now we're going to jump onto the side of our shoulders. You've probably seen me do this exercise many a times. It's absolutely phenomenal for building that lateral part of your shoulders. Obviously, you want to go straight up and down. A lot of people do partials, and next week we'll be hitting a few partials. But in today's, because we're going for high reps and very lightweight, we're going in the full range of motion. You can get to the top and pour some milk. Some people do that. Some people keep it straight. But yeah, one bodybuilder said to me, you could just pour some milk at the top just to get that little bit of a rotation and just work that lateral side a little bit more. If you just do that now, you'll be able to feel the muscle being worked. So when you get to the top, you can add a little bit of a twist if you want. Or if you don't want to, you don't have to do that. But this is great for your lateral side of your shoulders. I use the bench obviously to support my chest, so I'm not rocking back and forth. That's the worst thing you can do when you're training your lateral sides of your shoulders and you're jerking forwards and backwards. That is probably one of the worst things you can do, and it's something that I tend to do when I'm standing. That's why I've started putting the bench at the front. That's our lateral side of our shoulders covered. The next exercise we'll jump onto is the rear delts, the 360s if you want to call them, bringing the hands up and down. Absolute great exercise. The burn you'll get on this exercise is unbelievable, but it does put a lot of strain on your shoulders. So just be a bit careful when you do this one. Don't go too heavy, there's no necessity. Do it on your high rep week. Works really well for working your rear shoulders, but it didn't hit my shoulders as much as I wanted it to do. So I did another exercise for my rear shoulders, which is the bench supported rows. And there's not much really else to say for this exercise. It's great for your rear shoulders, and if you don't like doing the 360, you can just do this exercise, really, to be honest. Finally guys, we'll do some weighted crunches. Normally I'd do this with a rope. There was no rope available, so instead of wasting time, I just got a easy bar, hooked it up and started doing it. Kept the bar at my forehead and just was using my forehead as a guide to bring the weight down. And that's weighted crunches. You need to be doing weighted crunches twice a week, and you need to be doing leg raises twice a week. My physique is not what it should be because my diet's a little bit bad in France. I am actually moving back to England in 3 days. It's going to be good that actually. I was in England, didn't really enjoy it, come to France, and I'm actually missing England. I'm looking forward to going home, eating clean, eating a little bit better and getting my physique into shape. So we've covered our shoulders today guys. That's it for the 5-day split. We've covered everything. We've covered our arms, our chest, our back, our legs, our shoulders, everything over a 5-day period. 5-day split's quite enjoyable to do. I didn't used to enjoy doing the 5-day split, but this time I've quite enjoyed it, really, to be honest. So I think I'll be throwing it more into my training over the coming months. So I'm going to do a lot more talking head videos, talking about my life, my experience, things I've learned over time, so you don't have to make the same mistakes I did. I want to lay a good foundation so you can build your masterpiece, so you're mentally, physically strong, so you can achieve everything. I'll talk about the financial mistakes that I made, businesses where I made money and lost money, so I'll advise you about that along the way. And just generally help you guys to succeed in life and become the best versions of yourselves. I never had someone to talk to, someone to inspire me, someone who I could share my problems with, someone who I could ask questions about. I just thought, if you be a good person and do the right things, things will work out. But unfortunately, life doesn't work out like that. You've got to lay down the foundation so you can achieve everything that you want. Well, that's it for today's video. If you got value, like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.